Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this week's options watch list. Before I get into the watch list, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Let's look at the put to call ratio right now. I haven't looked yet. Let's see. Why is this thing screwing up right now? Okay. Put the call ratio right now is at 0.53. Isn't that what the way it was just the other day? It's a 0.53. I think it was like this last week too. It was. Yeah, it was like this last week. Same exact thing. 0.53. Everyone is on the put side. The call side, sorry. Everyone's on the call side right now. So everyone's just thinking that we're just going to go to all-time highs. It'd be a nice time to get a rug pull right now. But yeah, everyone's on the call side. Everyone's too bullish. That's usually not a good thing, especially with VIX is at 12, which is kind of stupid. But with that said, let's look at the economic calendar for the week. Let's see. Monday. Don't see anything. Tuesday. Don't see anything. Wednesday. Consumer confidence and existing home sales at 10 a.m. That's it. Thursday, final GDP, unemployment claims at 8:30. That's it. Friday, Friday's a little more active. We have core PCE price index. We have revised consumer sentiment, new home sales, and revised inflation expectations. You watch, that will be different. That will you always got to pay attention to these revised numbers because these government put out these fake bullshit numbers just to make the market look good. And then when no one's looking, they revise them and lower them and to the point of what they actually are, or lower them down to that are more realistic to what they are. And we always got to pay attention to those revised numbers. They revise them for a reason, so always remember that. So daily we had a nice little doji, or you can even say a tail candle, hammer up here. You get a doji right here on the daily. So and it's a down day, so we'll have to see. All three candles are outside the Keltner channel on the daily. When you all know what that means. When it's outside the Keltner channel, it likes to pull in. So the RSI is above 73 on the daily. It's coming down. And obviously it's going down on the hourly too, the RSI is. So we'll have to see. This could be a flag and get pushed. Also got to think about that this is the last week before Christmas. So one of my theses I've been talking about is that they could be keeping this up until Christmas. And when after Christmas happens, is we could end up seeing the real show. We could end up seeing the dump. But also I've been looking at some historical views on SPY. I probably could show them right here if I go back. I think I go back a couple years. I'll just go back slow. See, we were down going into this Christmas season last year. And what was this? December 13th. No, it went up and it dropped. It was 1 year. No. 1 year. This is 2018. Why am I lagging? Am I already out? I'll have to go 10 years. This is a couple of years in the. Let's see. 2018 was the year that. Was the year that we rebound on Christmas Eve. You can see right there, Christmas Eve, 12/24. We rebounded. We're going into a trash Santa rally, we're getting hammered. But right up here, this is right on the, this is the last week. This is after Christmas. It's red candle right there. Red candle the week before Christmas, and the week after Christmas is red into a Santa rally. Right here, red after Christmas, and this was down and went up Christmas Eve. So yeah, I think you can get the point. Yeah, it's been red right after Christmas. But one of the years, I don't remember which year it was, I don't want to spend too much time, that it sold off on Christmas week. So we could end up seeing it sell off this week on Christmas. But, we'll keep an open mind. If it gets over 470, we can make a run to 474. I mean, at this point, if it gets over the 474 area, it's probably going to make a run to 480 and make an all-time high. And, I mean, it's already gone this far already. I mean, might as well just go up and touch it and just say it did it. So we'll have to see if that actually happens. But I'll also be watching it underneath 468.50, or even say 468, but drop to 460. You got lots of gaps down here. These gaps will get filled at some point at 445, 430, and 425. They'll get filled at some point. Who knows when it will be. Usually we have a rough January and February. We could have a nice red January and February on SPY. So yeah, VIX is just, you look at VIX's history, it does not stay down here for more than a couple weeks at a time. 1, 2, 3. I went over this the last couple last week. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. It ends up popping. So we've been down here. This has been the 4th week right here that we closed right on this 12 area. So, or under 13. So yeah, under 13 and the 12. We don't usually stay down here for 4 consecutive weeks. So something's going to pop. Something's going to end up happening that's going to make VIX pop. It's possible that they could wait for this week to go by before crapping on the market. So we'll have to see what happens on that. Apple is another one I want to look at. Apple. It is right up near, it made all-time high on this past week on Thursday. I'm surprised it did not hit 200. It came up short, 199.62. I wouldn't be a bit surprised if it tries to make a run to 200 before actually coming back down. But also have to look at it from the point of view that we are getting a inside candle right here. You get a doji and a doji within a doji of an inside candle. So these don't usually end up working out too well, but we'll have to see. But I would watch it underneath 195, or you can say 196. To 190, 192, 190, and you get that 185 area right here. Yeah, 190, 185, 180 on Apple. I just don't think it's going to get far. Maybe it does. I don't know. If it gets over 200, maybe it does squeeze. We've got a trend line going right here, but it overshot. I mean, if it goes up to the trend line, it could be like 205, 210. I mean, Apple just misses earnings, and they're just a crap company with some of the real sketchy things they do. They just keep going and going, and they miss earnings and just go. It's kind of annoying. But anyways, Amazon. Amazon could break out here. I mean, technically it broke over this area. I was looking at 148 over 150. If it does manage to get over this 150, we'll even say 151, we could end up seeing 160, maybe even 170. People could get really excited this week for Christmas, and there could be some, maybe Amazon drops some preliminary numbers or something like that and gets investors excited, and they end up taking off. Who knows? I think we've seen that one other time that they did that. I just can't believe Boeing. Boeing just keeps going and going. I mean, the RSI it's at 93 on the daily. This is just so ridiculous. The weekly, it's overbought. I mean, the weekly, it's in the 70s. I just can't believe it's back up here at the 265, 270 area. Well, yeah, 265 area. Definitely be watching this for a pullback on BA. That's just so absurd, so overbought. But yeah, it just keeps pushing. Now, Microsoft, It's channeling right here. I mean, if it gets any momentum, it gets over 374 or 375, it could push to 380, 385. It gets over 385, it could push to 390, even 400. But I'm more interested if it does break below 365. Or you can even say, yeah, 365. It breaks below the 365, this area where it's been consolidating right here. We can see 360 and 350 pretty fast, even 340 on Microsoft. So keep an eye on that. Tesla. Tesla did break out a little bit right here. It broke out of the channel on the weekly channel right here, so that's a good sign. If it does manage to get over, let's say 255, I can push to 260, 265, 270, 275, 280. So definitely keep an eye on Tesla. So it did break out of this trend line on the weekly and daily, so had a strong breakthrough. It could end up seeing another push through it. So keep an eye on that. Netflix. Netflix it pulled back some, then it jumped back up to this 480, and it's gonna kind of get like a big weekly. I mean, it depends on how you look at it. We could get a cup and a handle, and inside of a cup and a handle, I mean, you get a huge cup right here and a handle. It rejected, and then you get another cup right here and another handle. So you get a cup and a handle within a cup and a handle. So I would watch it over this 480. If it gets over 480, it's probably going to push to 500. It's got some room to run. Earnings, we get the end of the year coming up. Earnings is going to be coming out next month. Maybe Netflix has an early ER run up. Who knows? It has a lot of resistance up here in the 480, 490, 500 area. So maybe it meets into a strong resistance. Or maybe it just keeps going and just gets back into this area it's been consolidating for a long time. This was range it was going in 500 to 550 or even 560 for the longest time. So maybe it gets above 500 and gets back in that range. I don't know. This is an interesting setup on Netflix. So I don't think I've ever seen something like this. But yeah, definitely something interesting to watch. The RSIs are cooled down enough on all time frames for it to make a move like that. So, yeah, that's going to do it for the watch list. Hopefully this week is better and VIX moves and something happens, but I'm not going to bank on it because it's the week before Christmas. God forbid if the market's red before Christmas, it ruin everyone's holidays and stuff like that. So they'll likely going to probably chop it this week and dump it after Christmas and let the winter blues begin. So that's going to do it for the watch list, and thanks for watching.